Hey everybody, welcome back to No Jumper News. It's Adam22 here with your man AD. Let's get right into these stories. So new beef has seemingly fired up between Soulja Boy and Young Dolph amid Kanye West and Soulja's ending their feud over Soulja's missing Donda verse. On Wednesday, Soulja Boy and Kanye officially squashed their beef after Ye shared during last week's Drink Champs interview that Soulja was left off Donda because his verse was trash.
With Soulja Boy is top 5 most influential, and I'm not gonna argue with you niggas about this at all. But this nigga, Soulja Boy, top 5 as far as to what we are today.
Yeah,
you know, that's
it's like, you take him off your album?
You ain't hear that verse?
No. He was apparently. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, okay. He was apparently mad at you. The verse wasn't good.
Nah, but I tell you what though.
I'm so sorry, I wasn't ready. I'm so sorry. Continue.
I tell you what though, Soulja Boy is the future though.
After catching wind of Kanye's comments, Soulja went in on his live stream to call out Ye for his remarks.
Bitch ass nigga, don't get on no motherfucking public platform and say different from what the fuck you told me to my face. Tell me to my face that shit was trash, bitch ass. Fucking scab head ass boy. Who cut your hair? Who cut your hair? Tucker, you said my verse wasn't hard, nigga. Who the fuck did you think you talking? Everything that come out my motherfucking mouth is hard, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, Kanye West? Nigga, nigga, your album was trash.
But it seems that all is well between the two now. Ye posted a screenshot of their text message exchange on Instagram saying, "Yo, it's Ye. Love you, bro. I should have told you. I wasn't gonna use the verse." Soulja Boy replied, "Love you too, bro. That's all I wanted." Soulja also shared the news on Twitter, writing, "Me and Ye all good now," adding, "I was the first rapper to get an apology from Kanye West." However, as one beef has ended, another has apparently sparked up between Big Draco and Young Dolph. Earlier this week, Dolph took to his Instagram story to boast about the money that he's bringing in from shows and his independent artist status. According to Dolph, he pockets over $100,000 every time he hits the stage. "How the fuck I'm an independent artist and getting 100 racks plus for a show," Dolph wrote on his Instagram story. "How the fuck Key Glock got more cars and ice than you and your CEO?" Nevertheless, Soulja Boy saw Dolph's post on Instagram and decided to discredit the Memphis rapper, jumping in the comments to dispute Dolph's claim that he's an independent artist, saying, "That's big cap. They signed to Empire. I'm really 100% independent, no cap." Young Dolph reportedly turned down a $22 million label deal in 2018 to remain independent. A month later, he signed a multi-million-dollar partnership with Empire Records. Soulja followed up by sharing a DM conversation between him and Key Glock. In the screenshot, Soulja asked the Memphis rapper, "What you want to do?" and Key sarcastically responds, "Nothing. I'm scared." Soulja Boy later went on his Instagram Live to address the situation and brag about his own earnings, saying that he makes $100,000 a day while dissing broke ass.
Me and Kanye, this really about me and Kanye, bro. You know what I'm saying? Me and Kanye just made amends. You feel me? How the fuck Key Glock and Dolph and these pussy niggas get in the picture? Gonna talk about some, I'm an independent, I'm getting 100K a show. Man, stop it, nigga. I get in the motherfucking comments and say that's cap. Y'all signed to Empire. Y'all not independent. I'm independent. I'm not signed to Empire. I'm not signed to no independent label, no major label. I put my own music out through SODMG Records to get 100% of all the money. Ricky Morty, all the money. I'm really independent, nigga. So what the fuck this really about? This nigga get mad because I come in the comments and say, that's cap. You signed to Empire. Where the lie at? Yeah. Is you not signed to Empire?
Okay, so let's start with the Kanye situation. I noticed that Kanye also didn't use your verse on Donda and that you just stayed quiet about it. What's going on?
Hey, man. I really enjoyed that interview. I'm looking forward to today's interview, or it'll probably be out by the time this airs.
How many hours of this motherfucker ranting and raving in front of Nori am I supposed to actually listen to?
You feel like he was ranting and raving?
I would say that there maybe isn't enough control going on in the interviews. Like, this is the problem when Kanye does interviews, is that, like the Joe Rogan one, I looked forward to that shit for years, and then it finally happened, and it's just Kanye talking with Joe Rogan sitting there saying, oh.
That one was that. But the Drink Champs one, I feel like once he was drinking and smoking, like, he got more looser and he was really saying what he really felt.
And Kanye made it perfectly clear, hey, DJ FNN, stop blowing that fucking horn thing, which I've been waiting. All these years watching Drink Champs, I've been waiting for somebody to say that. So he's making it clear, no, this is my platform, and y'all, if y'all make any noise, it's kind of unwarranted and unwelcome.
He reminded me of you when you talk about my ticks and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that horn is a little loud and
I'm
shit.
not a big fan of the horn. But either way, Soulja flipped out because his verse didn't get a Donda, which is, you know, a pretty Soulja Boy thing to do, I guess. And then Kanye went out and said that the verse was trash, which, I mean, I don't have such a hard time believing that maybe he didn't like the verse, especially since Soulja probably recorded the verse without even knowing about the other context of the song. And Kanye's the #1 dude who changes up beats, changes everything on that shit. So who knows how Soulja's verse would have actually fit into the context of that song by the time Kanye actually got around to seeing how it would have sounded.
But I would have been mad too if a nigga asked me to hop on that album and you send everything in, the nigga like, yeah, that shit good, it's cool, and then it come out and you not on there, I'd be like, fuck that nigga too.
But you can't really get mad about that because that is a situation that plays out all the time. There's probably hundreds of people who recorded music for Kanye's album that didn't get used, and it just is what it is. And even for a normal rapper, like a normal rapper will have 30 songs and figure out how to turn it into a 12-song project. If you're on one of the songs that doesn't get used, guess what? Who gives a fuck? It's their project. They get to make that decision.
Yeah, but it's the transparency of it. Like if I'm hitting you back, like if you ask me to do something for you right now, and you telling me like, oh, it's gonna be on here, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, if you didn't want to use this shit, you shouldn't ask me in the first fucking place.
We had girls come out and do the Patreon, flew out, didn't use it because their boobs looked weird.
I mean, that's your prerogative, though. I don't know what the fuck to say. When in the fucking porn world, you can. I don't know. That's
I'm
you.
just saying, it's the same shit.
It ain't the same shit. Do not compare hip hop to what the fuck you do on the side.
More importantly, how do you feel about Big Draco beefing with Young Dolph?
Now, Dolph is telling the fucking truth because he signed the Empire. You feel me? I'm signed to Empire, but I own all my shit.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Can you say you're independent if you're signed to Empire? Like
It's
if
just
you were going around
distribution.
saying I'm an independent artist, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's lying.
But I'm just saying, if you're what he means by independent is, right, only thing that Empire does is distribute his music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They put it through their channels and stuff like that. They may step in a little bit more and do certain things, but it's not a label. There's no big label budgets. There's no big ass staff. You don't get the perks of getting on certain playlists like a artist on Atlantic or other places like that.
And the biggest differentiator between the Empire deal and the artist deal that he probably would have had to sign if he was going to do that $22 million a year or $22 million signing bonus or whatever the fuck that other deal was, he owns his content.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's the most important thing.
He probably would
far.
have to give his music up. Probably
Exactly,
4 or 5 albums. He wouldn't barely get any royalties over the situation and shit. And right now, he's probably taking 80% of the shit to the face. Empire takes their 20%, you know what I'm saying, for distributing it, going through their channels and shit like that. And he owns that shit. That was his masters. He don't have to talk to nobody. Them checks is coming in the mail every single month.
The question is, why did Soulja Boy get offended by Young Dolph putting that on his story? Unless we have like reason to believe that there was previous beef that would make Soulja Boy take it that way, it seems like kind of a weird move.
I don't know. Soulja be going off the rails sometimes.
Like if Young Dolph is talking shit about how much money him and Key Glock got on his Instagram story, I'm assuming the last thing on his mind is whatever the fuck Soulja Boy and Skinny from the 9 got going on.
Why you put Skinny from the 9 in there?
I'm just trying to think of who Soulja's like artist that he's talking about would be.
You gonna throw that nigga in here?
I'm not throwing A-Rab in it.
Damn, what happened to A-Rab?
No one knows.
He said, now that I'm on, A-Rab up next.
We'll see. Now that I'm on, AD up next.
You did put a nigga on though. I'm gonna give you that.
Yeah, you're all right. YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back real soon. Appreciate y'all.